Did Meta just kill media buying? What's up, you guys? In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about Manus. So Manus, for those of you that don't know, is the AI company that Meta just bought for over $2 billion. Okay, Manus has more capabilities than your typical LLM. It can actually control your browser. It can build full apps for you. It's like an autonomous agent, right? And the theory is, and it's actually not even a theory, Mark Zuckerberg actually went out and said it, that they want to fully automate advertising by the end of 2026. So this is a step in that direction. I've been playing around with Manus. I want to share some use cases that I found for it, and then also talk about the future of media buying, where I think this is all heading. So should be an interesting one. Let's jump into it. All right, guys, let's talk about Manus. So for those of you that don't know, if you go to your ad account and then go to all tools, and then on the left-hand side, you may see Manus AI is embedded into your ads manager. So this opens up a new tab, and I got the free trial with Manus. So let me quickly log in here. Perfect. So the most important thing to know is that you can actually connect to your Meta ad account automatically. It's integrated now, so that is pretty crazy. I did ask Manus what are the best use cases for it, and basically all it can do right now is just analyze your ad account. Okay, so what I want to do is show you kind of what I saw from that. So here's the conversation that I had with Manus. I asked it what's the best use cases for it, and essentially what it told me was it can analyze the ad account, it can help you understand the breakdown effect. For those of you that don't know what the breakdown effect is, essentially it's like, trust the algorithm, bro. Like basically Meta is saying that it uses millions of data points to predict, estimated action rates and engagement and clicks, and it can tell within a few cents which ad is going to do better. So it skews the spend towards the ad that it's going to do best, and then it kind of acts as a full funnel within an ad set. It shows the ads in a customer journey, and essentially you don't want to cut ads that maybe have a high CPA, because these ads down here that aren't getting much spend maybe are acting as a bottom of funnel and they're getting the sale. I'm not I believe in the breakdown effect, but I also believe that Meta's algorithm is not always correct. It does not always choose the best ad. It does not always skew the spend towards the best ad. From running 15, 20 ad accounts at a time every day for the last 5 years, I can tell you that for certain. So anyways, not to go down that rabbit hole. So essentially it can analyze your ad account and give you recommendations. Cool. So what I did was I asked Manus to analyze my personal ad account for my school community, and I asked it, what should I be doing more of, video ads or static ads? I run a lot of both, so I was curious to see, if it could analyze the data for me. And what's interesting is when you ask that, it will open up a list of all the ad accounts that are associated to your business manager. I thought that was really cool. And then you just put a check mark next to the one that you actually want to use, and then it will start analyzing. So you can see it starts analyzing my account. You can see here it's going through all the data. And then it gave me this pretty interesting report. So it said, based on a comprehensive analysis of your Meta ad account, for the past 30 days, we have a clear data-driven answer to your question about whether to prioritize video or static image ads. The short answer is prioritize video ads. And I can tell you anecdotally, I have seen better results with video ads in my ad account. So I thought that was really interesting. And not only that, it opened up this chart here, and you can see it's actually showing me my CTR. So video ads is in blue, it's higher CTR. That doesn't really mean anything, but here you can see my cost per purchase, my CPA was significantly lower. But now that I'm seeing this, $23 CPA, that's definitely lower than my actual CPA. So that makes me kind of doubt the validity of these numbers, to be honest with you. Let me see. 23, does it show the date range? I generally am getting cost per purchases of around 90 to maybe like 150, 200 during this time period. So the fact that it's telling me this honestly makes me think it's hallucinating. But either way, let's take a look at what it says. So higher engagement, your video ads are significantly more engaging, achieving a 62% higher click-through rate, greater efficiency, lower CPM, and then a superior cost per purchase. So 24% lower cost per purchase. So, on one hand, it's a really nice presentation of the data. Now, I'm not 100% confident that it's actually right. So that's a huge problem. You guys know, like if you've used Gemini, Claude, these things aren't the greatest at like numeric tasks. Okay, so if you ask it to analyze a huge spreadsheet, it often hallucinates numbers and makes shit up. So that is an issue that I will be looking out for. What is this? Yeah, same thing. So after that, it literally just generated a button that said, generate a presentation summarizing this report. And so I clicked it and it gave me this, which I thought was actually incredible. So you can see video wins, a data-driven analysis of creative format performance. Look at how it formatted all this data. Super interesting how it's actually laid all this out. And the thing that really interests me is, making reports like this for a client, for example, if you're an agency owner. I mean, imagine you can whip this up in seconds and really wow your client. Or if you're a media buyer inside of an agency, and same thing. So this is very, very interesting. Again, I'm not sure about this actual figure. I actually don't think it's right. I'm going to dive deeper into it to see, but I know for a fact I was getting, about $100 to $200 cost per purchases, so that's clearly off. But you can see how amazing this report looks, just visually from a graphic standpoint, and the way it laid the data out is actually really interesting. This costs me $1.57 in tokens to produce, so I get 8,000 tokens a month, and I use 314. So, just so you guys know how much this generally costs. But yeah, I thought this was a super interesting case study for like looking into the future, right? Maybe this data is not correct, and but the fact that it whipped this up in seconds, and it just kind of shows you where everything is heading. I want to show you another example here. I have a kind of interesting client. They have a very large organic presence. They run Amazon. They make organic content that goes to Amazon products. And so if you guys know, if you've done this before, you can't place a pixel on Amazon, obviously. So we are relying on basically like landing page views as our proxy for sales. So I was wondering if I should be using traffic campaigns and optimizing for, say, link clicks or landing page views, or if I should be using sales campaigns and optimizing for landing page views. My hypothesis was that using sales campaigns are going to give me higher intent traffic, and landing page views, obviously is the deepest in the funnel that I can optimize for. So I would logically choose that because I can't optimize for add to cart, initiate checkout, or purchase, obviously, because I can't place a pixel on Amazon. So I asked Manus to analyze the ad account for the last 30 days and basically tell me, should I be optimizing for traffic or should I be optimizing for sales? And it essentially gave me a pretty interesting answer. So you can see here it says, the data strongly supports your theory. Sales campaigns optimizing for LPV, landing page view, outperform traffic campaigns optimizing for LPV on every meaningful metric. So I thought that was super interesting. It says the core problem, no pixel on Amazon. Because Amazon does not allow a Meta pixel placement and the account cannot report purchase events, this means Meta's algorithm cannot optimize directly for purchase. The question then becomes, which proxy metric best predicts a purchase? So these are the proxy metrics that it recommends, landing page view. And I found this to be interesting. I never really thought about this, but LPV rate. So the metric that separates high purchase intent traffic from low quality clicks is the LPV rate, landing page views divided by link clicks. A higher LPV rate means fewer people are clicking and bouncing before the page loads. So it's actually showing me here the different LPV rates based on my different campaigns that I have. So I could kind of see through the data that I was getting better performance from some of my sales campaigns, which is really interesting. It says, key finding, the sales campaign's dominant ad set achieves a 93.7% LPV rate, the highest in the account, at the lowest cost per LPV. This means not only is it the cheapest traffic, but it's also the most committed traffic. So I found that super interesting. It also starts, telling me why my traffic campaigns aren't really doing that well. So again, am I 100% confident in this data? No. But again, this is really just to demonstrate its capabilities, I think, and where it's heading. Now, the last thing I want to say, let's talk about the future of media buying, okay? Is this going to replace media buyers tomorrow? No, absolutely not. Will it replace media buying in the next few years? Yes, 100%. Okay, so now that begs the question, are business owners actually going to turn over all their wallet to the black box? Are they going to just provide the URL and then Meta's going to do the rest? I don't know. I don't think so. Imagine you had a Meta rep running your ad account, for example. We know that the Meta reps are they're untrained. They've never run ad accounts. They are trained like salespeople. Their goal is to get you to spend more on the platform. All the recommendations inside of Meta ads, not all, but most recommendations inside of your Meta ad account is going to give you worse results and get you to spend more. The opportunity score is a great example of that. So we know that Meta does not have our best interests as advertisers in mind. They have theirs, right? They want to grow their business, which is understandable. They just want to give, their users a good experience on the platform and drain money from advertisers. They're not incentivized to give us amazing results necessarily. I think personally they're incentivized to keep us just above a break even, for example, just to keep us afloat and make the ad account like a slot machine where they give us dopamine hits and then they keep us back kind of in this lower state. So once this thing gets fully automated, like I have such a distrust towards the system that I personally would never just say, yeah, here's $1,000 a day, go do with it as you will, and then I have no control as to what happens. Like, no way. There's no way. So I don't know. I feel like things that I know for sure aren't going to go away: creative strategy, copywriting, human psychology, advertising as a whole. Like, these things are gonna be around. It's just gonna change, and these tools that we're using are gonna change. But I think that there's always gonna be a human behind the machine deciding ultimately what happens. Maybe just from a strategic standpoint, and maybe like the AI is doing all the tactical work, but I don't know. I just don't feel like this is just going to completely be automated away and everybody's just going to trust it like it's the most trustworthy thing, because it's obviously not. So what else? So yeah, what am I focusing on? Like personally, I've been leaning a lot more towards creative strategy in my focus. Like the last several years, I've been studying copywriting pretty heavily. Now translating those copywriting principles into compelling ads on Meta, but then also keeping in mind what does the platform want, and trying to make content that the platform wants while sprinkling in copywriting principles, subtly. I think the gold here, and I've been talking about this for like over a year now, is finding the balance between like making organic, entertaining content that people want to watch and the platform wants to push, and then also sprinkling in like calls to action or direct response copywriting principles that subtly convince people to buy. So that's where my focus is at. I'm not concerned about my job per se. I think honestly, with all these changes, like people are more confused than ever. I'm getting more clients than ever. I'm getting more consulting calls than ever, more questions in my group than ever. So At least in the short term, I'm not concerned. In the long term, I just think things are going to change. And, you know, as an entrepreneur, I know I will always find a gap in the market to solve a problem for people. So yeah, that's where my head's at. I hope that's interesting. I hope that was helpful for you. And that's all I wanted to say. So, all right, you guys, that's it for today's video. I appreciate you watching. If you want to dive deeper into any of these topics, we are discussing this all day, every day inside of my Meta Ads community, Meta Ads Mastery. My group is the absolute tip of the spear when it comes to AI tools, advertising, where the markets are heading, you know, human psychology, what content is trending. I mean, this is really the place to be at the forefront of advertising in 2026. So if that interests you, I highly recommend that you join the group. It's currently at the lowest price that it's ever going to be. So join now and you're going to get locked in at our lowest rate and you can cancel anytime. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.